Oh my gosh, I love this chart.
Yeah, so on when it comes to AMP, I mean they've pretty much just been charging right along, they were at 5 cents, then they bumped up to 6 cents, then to 8, then back to 6. Now they went up to 10, hit up to 12 cents, and then they're pretty much trying to hang out at about 11 cents right now. They have really just been charging along really and honestly when it comes to tokens. I mean, they were listed on Coinbase so quickly in comparison to some of these other projects.
And that's a good thing though. AMP is a very promising project though when you take a look at it. When you really actually look at AMP and what it's about, it's a pretty promising project. So I'm not surprised in the least bit at all that they were listed on Coinbase that fast. What surprised me is that other coins such as like Sheeb and that Internet Protocol one, right? And then some other coins were listed on there as fast as they were. I mean, granted, they have some, big money pushing behind them, but at the same time, it doesn't surprise me that AMP's on there. It's an actual promising project. Some of these other projects seem like, expensive. Like ITP is what it's called, I think. Internet Protocol or something.
Oh,
And
IPC, like the band.
ICP.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Okay, so that coin right there, Internet Protocol or whatever it is, and that thing just showed up on freaking Coinbase one day out of nowhere. And I was actually on the phone with my friend. He's like, "What's this?" And I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "Take a look." And I went on my Coinbase. I'm like, "What the heck is this?" And it was like $100. And I was like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "I've never even heard of this coin." He's like, "Me either." And then I was like, he's like, "You think we should buy in?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm not." He was like, fuck it. I'm not either." Well, then the next day, literally, I went to bed, woke up, the freaking coin was at $500 a coin. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm pissed now." I was so mad. I was like, "Man, that's And sometimes you see opportunities like AMP is the way it's looking, and you're like, dang, dude, I wish I would have got in when it was like just under a penny or even at a penny, because now it's sitting at 10 cents. It's 10 times in already, man. It's freaking crazy. It's awesome. Like, look at that chart. Are you kidding me? That thing was like a rocket to the moon, the one you just had on before. And so that thing, yes, that right there, that looks amazing. Like, if you showed me that chart and you were like, "Yeah, I think it's a good time to invest," I'd be like, "Yeah, I'd say so." Either that, or I would just wait until after it comes down, because you always know that when there's a pump like that and it hits a high like that, there's going to be a slight little cut for profit dip. You know what I'm saying? And so I usually try to wait for that little dip right after that peak. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, I see where it's going." And if it doesn't go down, then I'm like, "Damn, I messed up." But usually you give it like a day or so, and it'll probably come down at least a couple of cents. And but I really like AMP. I like the project. I like where it's headed. Um, Looks like it's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pulling up essentially like from when it began, for the most part. Back in October, it won't show it on here, but essentially it's the same price. Where it started out as about essentially it started out at about um 30% of 1 penny,
Right.
and a third of a cent. And you can see they were kind of, they were still gaining some ground, right, towards a penny. And there was a lot of buys like right here at the very beginning on the first couple days of 2021. We can see that they had had some massive buys, and then we didn't see any more buys actually until February. And then that's when it had its next pump up. Looks like on the 11th is when it really pumped up the most, and like within 24 hours. So I'd have to say that if there's any token out there that is performing phenomenally, I would have to say it's probably this one. I think very few people could disagree in saying that it's not a good coin to invest in.